Good morning, everyone. I'm Melanie Azor, and with me is Ms. Cheryl Serigine, and we will be discussing topics in Chapter 12, which is all about enhancing decision making in information systems. The first part of Chapter 12 contains information on the types of decisions, the decision making process, managers and decision making in the real world, automated decision making at high velocity, and business intelligence and its environment. At the end of this discussion, we are expected to, number one, describe different types of decisions and the decision-making process, assess how information systems support the activities of managers and management decision-making, and finally, to demonstrate how decision support systems differ from management information system and how they provide value to the business. To start with, let us first know the three types of decisions. Many businesses use information technologies to complete and manage their operations, interact with their consumers, and stay ahead of their competition. In a fast-paced and dynamic business environment, companies need to react quickly to changes in the market, competitors, and customer needs. With the help of these technologies, decision-making becomes faster, more streamlined, and less prone to error. Even employees in the lower level of an organization can now make decisions which may have a significant impact on the organization. Since decisions are made at all levels of the company, the first thing we should know is to learn about the different types of decisions. There are three types of decisions, which are unstructured, structured, and semi-structured decisions. Unstructured decisions are non-routine decisions in which the decision maker must provide judgment, evaluation, and insights into the problem definition. There is no agreed upon procedure for making such decisions. Higher levels of the company are prominent in this type of decision. An example of an unstructured decision might be dealing with a labor issue or setting policy for the implementation of a new technology. Structured decisions have a set of technique for handling them so that they don't need to be handled uniquely each time. Structured decisions tend to be more common at lower organizational levels. With structured decisions, once you know the necessary information, you may already know the decision that needs to be made. Sales order processing and approving customer credit are some examples of this type of decision. Semi-structured decisions are the type of decisions in which only part of the problem has a clear-cut answer provided by an accepted procedure. This may contain characteristics of both structured and unstructured decisions. Decisions of this type are characterized as having some agreement on the data, process, and evaluation to be used, but are also represented by efforts to retain some level of human judgment in the decision-making process. A good example of a semi-structured decision is the hiring process. Part of the decision is structured as to the years of experience, education, and others, and part of the decision is based on human experiences such as social skills, problem-solving skills, and the like. To demonstrate the types of decision, here's a table showing how decisions are made at all levels of the company. As you can see, senior executives make a variety of unstructured decisions such as choosing which markets to enter or setting the company's 5 or 10-year goals. Senior managers would also need to apply their own judgment and consult with other managers in order to come up with the optimal solution. In the semi-structured decision, middle management must make judgments in more structured situations, but their choices may also contain unstructured elements. Designing a marketing plan and creating a departmental budget are some examples under this type of decision. And lastly, operational managers and lower-level staff constitute in the decision-making process under a structured type of decision. For example, A supervisor on an assembly line has to decide whether an hourly paid worker is entitled to overtime pay. If the employee worked more than 8 hours on a particular day, the supervisor would routinely grant overtime pay for any time beyond 8 hours that was clocked on that day. A choice requires several steps to be made. Simon, 1960, described 4 different stages in decision-making, which include intelligence, design, choice, and implementation. Intelligence consists of discovering, identifying, and understanding the problems occurring in the organization, why a problem exists, where, and what effects it's having on the firm. Design involves identifying and exploring various solutions to the problem. Choice consists of choosing among solution alternatives. And lastly, implementation involves making the chosen alternative work and continuing to monitor how well the solution is working. What happens if the solution you have chosen doesn't work? Figure 12.2 shows that you can return to an earlier stage in the decision-making process and repeat it if necessary. For instance, in the face of declining sales, a sales management team may decide to pay the sales force a higher commission for making more sales to spur on the sales effort. If this does not produce sales increases, managers would need to investigate whether the problem stems from poor product design, inadequate customer support, or a host of other causes that call for a different solution. Managers contribute to their companies in many ways that hinge upon their job titles and the organization's needs. They also play different roles in the scope of their work. The 5 traditional functions of managers, which are planning, organizing, coordinating, deciding, and controlling, were initially defined by Henry Fayol and other early authors. The duties that managers are expected to carry out inside an organization are known as managerial roles. These management positions, according to Henry Mitzberg, might be divided into 3 groups, namely interpersonal, informational, and decisional. Interpersonal or relationship roles concern the contact between the manager and the people in his environment, such as subordinates, other managers, the board of directors, customers, and suppliers. Managerial role also involves the processing of information, or what we call informative possessions, which means that managers send, pass on, and analyze information. A manager gathers all internal and external information, disseminates this information, and communicates it to external parties. And lastly are the decisive positions, wherein managers are responsible for decision making, which they can do in different ways at different levels. Their leadership style is important in decision making. However, in some managerial roles, information systems are not always helpful for improving decisions. Additionally, investments in information technology may not necessarily yield favorable results in managerial positions where information systems may improve judgments. This is because of 3 main reasons, which include informational value, management or administration filters, and organizational inertia and politics. For informational value, high-quality decisions require higher quality information regardless of information systems. There are 7 dimensions of information quality when designing decision support systems, and these are accuracy, integrity, consistency, completeness, validity, timeliness, and accessibility. Even with timely, accurate information, some managers make bad decisions. Next reason is management filters, wherein managers filter by turning off information they do not want to hear because it does not conform to their prior conceptions. And last is because of organizational inertia and politics. Organizations are bureaucracies with limited capabilities and competencies for acting decisively. When environments change and new business models should be followed, strong forces within organizations resist making decisions calling for major change. Today, managers and other humans no longer play a significant role in many organizational decisions. This is because of the power of high-velocity automated decision-making in today's world. Google search for the information takes less than 5 seconds. Humans simply can't match a computer's speed and accuracy for making some decisions. In high-speed decision-making contexts, the software's algorithms essentially capture the intelligence, design, choosing, and execution components of the decision-making process. The problem has already been identified, a technique for finding solution has been created, a range of workable solutions has been established, and the solution has been put into place by the people who wrote the program. It's increasingly important for businesses to have a clear view of all their data to stay competitive, which is where business intelligence tools come in. Hardware and software providers, as well as information technology consultants, refer to the infrastructure for storing, integrating, reporting, and analyzing data from the business environment, including big data, as business intelligence. The foundation infrastructure gathers, preserves, and makes available to management pertinent data. Business intelligence combines business analytics, data mining, data visualization, data tools, and infrastructure, and best practices to help organizations make more data-driven decisions. For example, a retail store generates data regularly related to purchases. Business intelligence environments consist of a variety of technologies, applications, processes, strategies, products, and technical architectures used to enable the collection, analysis, presentation, and dissemination of internal and external business information. It consists of the following components. First is the business-related data. This is the most important factor in business intelligence, as without data, there is nothing to analyze or report on. Data can come from a variety of sources, both internal and external to the organization. Second is business intelligence infrastructure. It serves as the fundamental building block of business intelligence. Businesses must ensure that they have the right data management system in place to efficiently store, process, and manage their data. Third is the business analytics toolset. These are types of application software that retrieve data from one or more business systems and combine it in a repository, such as a data warehouse, to be reviewed and analyzed. Next is managerial users and technique. Managerial users and methods are considered to be an important part of the business intelligence environment because the management is tasked with organizing the group and solving problems. Methods that include the use of software that include security and protection for the business intelligence environment are important to maintain security. Lastly is the delivery platform wherein it helps businesses gather, understand, and visualize their data. It serves as the backbone of a company's business intelligence strategy, which is how a company uses information to make better decisions. Results are delivered through the use of MIS or the Management Information System, Decision Support System or the DSS, and the ESS or the Executive Support System, which are intended to be used by the senior managers to provide support to non-program decisions in strategic management. That's all for my report. Ms. Cheryl Sirigine will be the next reporter for Chapter 12. Thank you all for listening. I have used the textbook of Dean Abante as my reference, entitled Advanced Management Information System. Thank you.